you, Joel. Very nice. Some of it's going to overlap a little bit, of course. We're here today for a tribute. And that's what we'd like to do today, is talk about Jeff, the man that Jeff was to my sister. He was a very good provider for Gloria and the family and the kids. Always there. He was a supervisor, always the top of what he did. Brought Jonathan in to the machining world. It just was always focused on everything he did. And I'd just like to take a moment to talk about the kids, that he loved you guys. Every time I talk to him, it's kids, 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 and I'm like, hell with the kids, how about us? But he was, you know, and the grandchildren called him Pops. I mean, he was all about the children. He really was. Gloria, you were lucky. He was a good guy. I want to talk about a little bit of some of his fun things he did with the Three Musketeers, one of his golf partners, and that was his world on the weekend. Stuart, Bobby, Paul, you guys meant a lot to him. You really did. I never imbibed in the golf thing, so when he talked, I went, yeah, okay. Okay. I got to go get a hammer. But Jeff and I differed on hammers and shovels and paintbrushes. And we, you know, Gloria and I talked this week a little bit that he was a pretty well-established artist. And I was thinking, I go, I didn't see the Rembrandt part. I saw the Picasso a little bit, but I never saw a brush for the outside of the house. With a trim. I never saw a roller for the ceiling. And Gloria would call me or somebody else or Cindy or one of us, and you know, you laugh at yourself, but he's painting this Picasso thing, and you know, and it's evident by his talent. You know, obviously his cooking. He was a great, loved to cook. Shared it with everybody. Every once in a while, my mother always got some of it. Back at her house, back and forth between each other. Once in a while, we'd get a little bit, but he'd put basil in it and all this stuff. I'm like, because I'm not one of these herb eaters. But Gloria and Jeff would try everything. He was very good at that. These are some of the things that Jeff really did well. And I looked over here and I saw these god-awful yellow sweatpants. And it just brought me back. And I'm like, oh my God, who would wear those? With honor, he wore those. Yeah. He loved those things. Orange, pink, I don't know, yellow. They had holes in them. Oh my God. Michelle, we talked about it. Oh my God, please take them off. Nope. I don't care how I look. But that's the way he was. He liked it. And he was the kind of guy. My mother never got involved. We had 5 kids. And my grandmother lived with us. He got my mother into NASCAR. I said to him, what? You come back and, Mom, NASCAR? When did this start? And she had a driver. Oh, I followed. Smith. Who the hell is that? Oh, Jeff says he's good. I'm like, NASCAR? Then he come back, my father, and we were talking about, you know, Yankees, because we were, and of course, Jeff was a Red Sox fan. Oh boy, the rivalry. So they would go back and forth, yeah, this one, that, you know, of course, A-Rod. What about the big deal with A-Rod? Because he was going to be a Boston player, but Yankees stole him. Well, we got it back in the end. But they went back and forth. You know, my parents loved Jeff. They really enjoyed him. And some of the things that, you know, they really cherished. And my mother would talk about some of the food, and she'd say, well, Jeff would put in like honey or I don't know, because I'm not a cook. I go, well, she goes, no, that was a great idea. Honey? And I'd be like, no. And then she'd go, some kind of herb, and basil or thyme or something. And I'm like, no. Or double cooking a turducken or something. Whatever it is, something inside of something, inside the boiler. What was that, Clark? And my mother would come back and I'd go, Mom, we never did any of this stuff. Eat it. But, you know, the golfing, you know, that you and him went on their weekly little things, and, you know, and I have a hard time watching Gloria Ann golf. I'm just like, I don't know, you must have been a patient guy, Gloria. What did you do, 150 strokes or what? I see Jeff's clubs. I just wanted to say a little shout out too for Bob and Dawn. Great friends of Gloria Ann and Jeff.
Absolutely.
You guys are wonderful. Thank you. From our side, you know, from us that saw you, we appreciate everything you did. My sister Cindy had a great relationship with Jeff and went on a lot of vacations with him. I heard the stories about Google Earth and how he had these things all mapped out. He knew it was 3 miles to the zoo and 7 miles to the shopping mall and where the corners were. And I'm like, what? I don't even know what state we're in. But he did everything to perfection, you know. I wish he took up a hammer, a shovel, a broom, a little more from my side of it, but we love him dearly, and if anyone in this room had a problem with Jeff, check yourself, because something's wrong with you. I can argue with probably everybody on this earth, one time or another, some of it self-inflicted, some of it just scratching your cage. Jeff never, Jeff, I was trying to scratch it. Nah, that's not a big deal. Let's now go on the porch and have a piece of something to eat or something. He was just a very peaceful, pleasant guy to be around. And we thank you for everything. Thank you all.